Okay, Steve, I've done a lot of thinking about this, and I am just as sure as I was before that I'm in the right. So, yeah, I'm still mad.
What the? Why are you texting me that you're angry all of a sudden?
This isn't sudden, and you know it. I'm talking about what happened today when we went to your parents' house for dinner.
Yeah, sorry, nothing's ringing a bell. What was there for you to get mad about? My mom's cooking was just as good as always, wasn't it? Way better than yours at any rate.
This isn't some kind of cooking contest, and you're no Chef Ramsay. But if Chef Ramsay did happen to be in the dining room this evening, I think he'd have something particularly vulgar to say about the fact that your mom served my food on the floor. And it wasn't even some kind of floor night either. Everyone else got their plates on the table.
Oh, that... I remember now. That was just my mom being her usual jokester self. She's saying that the food you cook is only fit for dogs, so you should eat on the floor. Get it?
No, I don't get it. That's not even a joke. It's just a strained jab at me. It doesn't even make sense either. Why would she joke about my food by putting the food she cooked on the floor? Even if she had somehow managed to pull off a joke along that line, the fact still remains that it is not okay to joke about things like that. I've been thinking this for a long time, and it's time we had this talk. Your mom hates me. She goes out of her way to be cruel to me at every opportunity. Why does she treat me like this, Steve?
Hey, don't you dare talk about my mom like that. She's not some stereotypical overbearing mother-in-law. One more word like that, and so help me God, I'll divorce you, Tammy.
What? Steve, why aren't you taking my side? Anyone could see that your mother's behavior is completely out of line. You're lucky your dad wasn't there. I don't think he'd like your mother's joke very much.
Yeah. Dad can be such a buzzkill. He just doesn't get Mom's subtle humor.
What precisely is subtle about placing my plate on the floor and telling me to eat like a dog?
Well, maybe if you would try having some self-awareness for a change, Mom wouldn't have to be so heavy-handed with her humor.
Self-awareness? What could you possibly be referring to?
Seriously? You don't know? We have a very good reason to be upset at you. You've been nothing but a housewife ever since we got married. You've had all these years to get better at doing stuff like cooking, cleaning, that sort of thing, but you're still an absolutely abysmal cook. I can't think of a single dish you've made for me that was satisfying.
I'm doing my best.
If that's actually your best, then yikes. I'm never unsatisfied with my mom's cooking. Seriously, you only have 2 responsibilities in your life. Keep my house clean and keep my stomach happy. But you are failing miserably at both of those. I give my all for you every single day at the office. Don't you appreciate what I do for you at all? All the nights I come home close to midnight, exhausted and hungry, does that mean nothing to you?
Of course it means something to me. I really, really appreciate how hard you work to support our family. But Steve, right now we're talking about your mother's mean-spirited behavior toward me, and you're not taking it seriously.
Mean-spirited? Hardly. Mom was giving you a super exclusive seat. The best seat in the house, actually. No one else gets to eat their food on the floor. I was jealous watching you wipe the dust off of your silverware. Oh, but the best part was when Mom stood up from her seat and knocked your cup of wine all over your plate. I laughed so hard I thought I was gonna puke.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't think I'll ever be able to get the image of you laughing at her cruelty out of my mind.
For God's sake, Tammy, would you get over yourself? I laughed because it was funny. It's not my fault that you don't have a sense of humor.
I am done with this conversation. Nothing I say is going to get through to you.
Yeah, that's because I'm right. Anyway, the easiest solution to your supposed problem is to just become a better cook. You need to learn to make food that's so good, it'll make me want to leave work early just to eat it while it's fresh out of the oven. That, and you need to do a better job of keeping the house clean. You aren't anywhere close to meeting my cleanliness standards.
I'll get right on that, Your Majesty.
Good evening, Tammy, my dear. I heard you came by the house today. I'm terribly sorry I missed you. I had some work to finish up at the office.
Oh, that's all right, Dad. It's work. You can't help that. We'll come and see you another time.
I'll hold you to that promise. You know there's nothing I love more than a nice evening chatting with my darling daughter-in-law. So how was dinner?
It was delicious, as usual. Your wife is quite the cook.
Well, yes, she is, but that's not what I was talking about. Was everything all right?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about my wife and son.
Oh, yeah, them. Don't worry about it. Nothing too out of the ordinary happened.
If you say so. You know, I don't think I'm telling you thank you enough for all you do for us.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. All I want is for you, your wife, and Steve to be healthy and happy for as long as possible.
Speaking of my son, has he been showing you his appreciation lately?
Yeah, I suppose, in his own way.
That's a no. I knew I shouldn't have let him off so easily the last time I caught him criticizing you. I'll be sure to give him a stern talking to the next time I get the chance. I mean, you're the one who does all the cleaning, the laundry, and the dishwashing at our house. My wife is a hell of a cook, I'll give her that, but she hates doing chores. And you, Tammy, you're a real lifesaver, you know that.
Lifesaver is a bit of an exaggeration, I'd say. All I'm doing is helping out where I can show you how much I appreciate you accepting a woman like me into your family. I'm not always pleased with the way your wife treats me, I hate to say, but I've always been able to count on you. You've even stood up to the two of them for me. It's thanks to your presence in this family that I'm able to stay sane.
Nonsense. You're a stronger girl than you give yourself credit for. And let me tell you, you marrying my son was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow, do you really mean that?
Definitely. If not for you, our house would be appearing on the next episode of Hoarders. Until you came around, you know who was stuck doing all the cleaning around here? Me. But it was getting to be far too much for me. I couldn't keep going on like that for much longer. Just about every night I would get home from work at around 7 in the evening just to have a massive pile of dishes waiting for me to wash.
Well, I'm glad that at least one person in your family appreciates me.
Tammy, there's something off about you tonight. Something happened when you were at the house earlier, am I right?
It wasn't that big of a deal. Your wife sort of played a prank on me, I guess.
She did?
Yeah, and Steve thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen. He even defended her when I tried to call her out.
I knew it. I want to know exactly what happened today, Tammy. Tell me the whole story.
All right, I'll start from the beginning.
I want lasagna for dinner tonight. Mom made an absolutely insane lasagna at her house yesterday. It reminded me that lasagna can actually taste good. Your lasagna tastes like cardboard with water sauce. So you can make me a proper lasagna tonight to apologize for your behavior yesterday.
Wait just 1 second. I already made dinner for tonight, and it's already 5. Do you have any idea how long it takes to make lasagna? There's no way I'll be able to make one from scratch. I'll have to run out to the store and get a pre-made frozen one.
Okay, then I don't see what your problem is. Throw away whatever slop you already made, run out to the store and buy me some lasagna. Honestly, I bet any pre-made frozen food would taste better than anything you make.
Don't you talk to me that way, Steve. I work hard every day to make good food for you.
If you think the food you serve to me is good, then I think your taste buds must be made of rubber. Seriously, what is your problem? I literally only married you because I thought you would make a good housewife.
What?
So if this is really the best that you can do, then holy smoke, I have made a huge mistake.
Steve, what are you saying? Or are you being serious right now, or is this another one of your jokes?
If I was joking, I'd be laughing. I'm just pissed off right now. If I didn't think that you would be a good housewife, I never would have married you. You probably never appreciated this, but I was a pretty popular guy in my heyday. Didn't you ever think about how odd it was that an extremely eligible bachelor like me would settle for marrying you? It was only because I thought you had the potential to be a good homemaker. But now that we're married, what do I find? That you can't even fulfill the only task I ever expected you to. I feel like I'm the victim of some kind of elaborate con job.
I am not just doing all the cooking and cleaning for our house. I'm doing all the cooking for your parents as well. And you're really going to stand there and tell me that I'm a lousy homemaker?
Wow, so you're incompetent and stupid? You're my freaking wife, Tammy. It's your job to do everything that I say and everything that my parents say. That's in the job description. But we can talk about your awful cleaning another time. Let's focus on what a lousy cook you are now. My mom could make something 100 times better than your best dish with just salt and pepper for seasoning.
Just salt and pepper? Do you have any idea how much seasoning your mom puts into her dishes? She basically just dumps a full jar of salt into everything she makes. And everything in her repertoire is upwards of 1,500 calories per serving. Not to mention, I don't think she knows the first thing about making a nutritionally balanced meal.
I've told you before, Tammy, do not insult my mom's cooking. And I mean nutritional balance? What good is a nutritionally balanced meal if it tastes like crap? The entire point of food is that it tastes good. That's like the most important thing about cooking. God, what was I thinking marrying you? You're lucky that my mom and I have put up with you for as long as we have. But I'm not going to be as lenient on you from now on. Starting tomorrow, you are going to clean both our house and my parents' house from top to bottom every single day. And when you're done with that, you're going to have my mom give you cooking lessons.
You want me to do that every day? Steve, they live almost an hour away by car.
Yeah, and? What else are you going to do during the day? Nothing? Yeah, that's what I thought. I've never met someone who was so useless and yet so entitled as you.
I will not allow you to talk to me like that, Steve. I am your wife, and I demand that you treat me as such.
You are my wife, and so I, your husband, demand that you do exactly as I say. And if you don't like it, then I demand that you eat your food off the floor like the dog you are. You don't deserve to eat at the table that I bought with my hard-earned money.
So this is how you really feel about me, huh, Steve?
Yeah? And what of it? You got something to say?
Yeah, I got a few things in mind, but I'll keep it short for now. I will not put up with your treatment of me any longer. Come tomorrow, you will regret this.
For the love of God, Tammy, will you just knock off the sanctimony? You think you have the right to act all incensed at me over something like this? Well, think again.
I've thought more than enough about what I'm going to do next, and my mind is made up.
You've been pretty quiet ever since you made your big "you'll regret this" speech last night. I guess I'll take that to mean you've wisened up and realized that you're in no position to do anything to me. Now, make sure you have dinner ready and on the table by the time I get home. That frozen lasagna you heated up yesterday was the best thing you've made for me in ages. But if all you're gonna do is buy stuff from the store, then I don't have any reason to keep you around, now do I? So, your assignment for today is to make me a decent meal from scratch. And if I'm not completely satisfied, I'll throw it out in the trash. And after that, I'll throw you out onto the curb.
Do you have any requests?
You're joking, right? We've been married this long and you still don't know what food I like? I shouldn't have to make a request. You should simply know what I want to eat. I once had a subordinate just like you. She was completely useless. The only way she knew what she needed to do was if someone gave her a bullet point list every day. I fired her as soon as I could.
Yeah, well, I'm not your employee, and I'm also not a mind reader. Why don't you just come right out and tell me what you want?
Because your job as my wife is to be able to make the right food for me without needing to ask me. And for the record, you are my employee. I'm paying you with food, shelter, and being married to the best man and woman like you could ever hope for. So hurry up and do your job, or I'll fire you just like I fired my useless subordinate.
Understood. Hey there, Steve. What's the matter all of a sudden, honey? Your food is ready.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you. And I am not leaving my office.
But I don't understand. What's the matter? I made spaghetti for you. You like spaghetti, don't you?
Are you mocking me? You're mocking me, aren't you?
Me? Mock you? Why, darling, perish the thought.
Oh, so you're not mocking me, huh? Then would you mind telling me why you put my food on the floor? You didn't even put it on a plate. What's the matter with you?
But Steve, don't you remember what you said to me when we had dinner with your mom a few nights ago? She served my food on the floor that day, just like I did for you tonight. I distinctly remember you telling me that it was a special seat, the best seat in the house, in fact.
Yeah, the best seat for you. I'm not some sort of servant. I'm too good to eat on the floor. But you are a different story entirely. Eating off the floor is more than what a lousy housemaker like you deserves.
My goodness, Steve, you stepped up your insensitive language to a whole new level. I tried my hardest to give you a meal that would satisfy you tonight.
Yeah, well, trying isn't good enough. I worked at the office all day today to bring home the bacon. I'm tired of dealing with my overbearing bosses and incompetent underlings. And this is how you treat me? I was right. You're not grateful to me at all.
You want to talk about gratitude, Steve? Well, okay then, let's have a little talk about gratitude. Ever since we've been married, no matter what I have done for you, you have done nothing but complain. This food isn't good enough. The floor isn't clean enough. You folded my shirts the wrong way. Have you ever complimented me for a job well done? Not as far as I can remember. I am not some servant that you can use as you wish. I am a human being, and I have the right to be treated with respect. You can't just say whatever you want to me. I have had to deal with your constant abuse and scorn every day. Do you have any idea how much that hurts?
Oh, come on. You're overreacting. Abuse? Scorn? All I've ever done is encourage you to work harder. Don't you want to be able to live up to my expectations? How will you ever do that if I don't make it clear what my expectations are? If a maid forgets to dust the furniture, don't you think their boss would tell them about that?
I am not your maid, Steve. I do what I do because I love you. I wanted to support you for working so hard to provide for me. And if you're not happy with the way I do that, then why don't you go ahead and hire a real maid to boss around?
Don't take everything so literally. It was just a metaphor, for crying out loud.
Anyway, that spaghetti on the kitchen floor is your dinner. If you don't want it, then I'll throw it away. Or you could always stop being a sniveling little coward, come out of your office and face me like a man.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that.
Oh, can't I? What are you going to do about it, huh? Go crying to your mommy like always? Go right ahead. Be my guest. She already hates me as much as anyone ever could. Nothing you tell her is going to have much of an impact on me.
Oh, yeah? Then I guess I'll go ahead and tell my dad.
You're gonna tell your dad?
That's right. I have no idea why, but my dad's always had a sweet spot for you. He only ever takes your side when Mom and I simply point out yet another one of your failures. But if my dad knew the way you were talking to me now, I don't think he'll be so fond of you anymore. I'm gonna turn him against you, and then you'll have no one left to defend you in this family. So if you're gonna apologize, you had better do it pretty damn quickly.
There's no possible way I'm going to apologize to you.
Is that so?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done anything to apologize for. And it's ironic, but I think I actually know your dad a lot better than you do. I highly doubt he's going to take your side.
You can't possibly think that. I'm his son, his firstborn. You're just a daughter-in-law. He's gonna believe me for sure.
If you really think so, then go ahead and talk to him. Anyway, I suggest you hurry up and eat your spaghetti soon. It's gonna get cold.
Shut up about the frickin' spaghetti! Go ahead and throw it away. I'll just order something delivered to the house. Now, if I were you, I'd be very concerned for my future right about now. I might even start packing my bags. Dad, you gotta listen to me. It's Tammy. She's gone totally insane. What seems to be the problem, son? If this is about marital problems, I don't know if it's my place to come between you and your wife. Are you sure you want to involve me? Just listen, okay? Do you know what that woman did with my dinner tonight? She put it on the floor. She's treating me like some kind of animal, Dad. Isn't that awful? I don't know what to do with her anymore, Dad. She won't listen to a word I say. Do you think you could talk to her for me? I don't think Tammy is the kind of girl who'd do a thing like that. Without a very good reason, that is. You only say that because you don't know how she is at home. She's always saying terrible, horrible things about me and Mom. Sure, when you're around, she always acts like a sweet and innocent little princess, but that's all an act. So, you're upset that she served you dinner on the floor, are you? I'd say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, isn't that exactly what you and your mother did to her? But, wait. I'm not waiting. I asked you a question, and I expect an answer. Your mother did the exact same thing to her the other day, didn't she? Dad, why do you know about that? Do you even need to ask? Tammy told me everything. She did? But Dad, she's lying. She's just trying to turn you against me. Is that a fact? Then you'll have to explain why your mother admitted the whole thing. What? She did? Why? Because I told her I'd divorce her if she didn't tell me the truth. I had never been more disappointed in her in our entire married life. And the same goes for you. Dad, please, wait. The thing with putting her food on the floor, that was all Mom's idea. And did you put a stop to it? No. You laughed right along with her and even defended her. That makes you an accomplice. Okay, maybe Mom went a little too far. But this is all because Tammy is a bad cook. Are you saying this is some kind of punishment? Well, I mean, yeah. Kinda. You really are a foolish boy, Steve. You've had issues with high blood pressure since you were younger, right? Back when you lived at home, your high blood pressure always caused terrible migraines. Tell me, how's your condition been these days? I guess I've been doing pretty well, now that you mention it. And do you know what? It's because Tammy has been making you low-sodium meals to help with your high blood pressure. Wait, really? What's that mean? Sodium means salt, you ignoramus. Your mother's food is always chock full of salt. I can be honest and admit that her food is pretty doggone good, but if you ask me if it's healthy, not so much. Tammy is concerned about your health and mine, unlike your mother. I never knew. No, I don't believe you did, but it's the truth. And I think you've been insulting her for her cooking. I don't ever want to hear you saying one negative thing about that girl ever again. She is the best woman a man like you could ever hope to marry. So you've really been making me food that's good for my health?
You really didn't notice? I heard from your dad that you had high blood pressure since you were a kid. So before we got married, I studied up on what kinds of food are good for lowering blood pressure. It was really hard to find a good variety of low-sodium food, and I knew that none of the options would be able to give you that full flavor that you're used to from your mom's cooking. But I still wanted to at least try to satisfy you. And then you told me that store-bought food was better than mine.
Hey, that's not what I really meant. I just thought, hey, sometimes store-bought food ain't bad. Do you get me?
Steve, don't even bother trying to come up with an excuse for yourself. You're free now. From now on, you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want.
Come on, Tammy, don't talk like that. I get it now. You're being incredibly thoughtful of my health and your cooking. The spaghetti you made was low sodium or whatever, too, right? I'll come out to the kitchen now. Let's have dinner together, okay?
Together? With you? Not a chance.
Please, Tammy, don't get mad at me. You want me to eat off the floor? I'll do it. Will that make you happy?
Nothing you do will ever make me happy again. When you let it slip that you see me as nothing but a maid, that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Then, what am I supposed to do? You want me to apologize or something?
I already told you, don't waste your time. I took your advice from earlier and packed my bags. I'm leaving, and I am never coming back.
What? No way! You can't be serious!
I'm dead serious, Steve. I want a divorce. And to that point, I left the business card for my lawyer on the table. Call him at your earliest convenience. He'll tell you what you need to do next.
This can't be happening. You're out of your mind. You can't divorce me over a minor little squabble like this.
It might be minor to you, but for me, it's completely unforgivable.
Tabby, please wait. Let's talk about this. I mean, what are you going to do from now on? You don't have a job. How will you support yourself?
Don't worry about me. Thanks to you, I've become something of a professional at cooking low-sodium food. I started a social media account dedicated to low-sodium cooking, and it's grown pretty popular. Popular enough to make good money from it. So my finances are secure without you. Thank you very much.
No way. So you're really divorcing me?
Yes, and my mind is made up. Nothing you say can move me now.
Well, then, fine. Be that way. I don't need you. You want a divorce? Great. It's gonna be great without you around here.
Really? I'm happy for you.
Plus, that means I'm gonna be single again. Sweet! And since I only have to support myself, that means I can spend more money on me.
I don't think you're going to have much left when I'm through with you.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I'm going to wipe you out in the divorce.
But why, though? Like, what did I ever do to you? You're the one that wants to get divorced.
Yes, but that's your fault.
What? How is it my fault that you're walking out on me?
Lily is a lovely girl, isn't she? And young, too. Younger than me, anyway. How long has she worked underneath you? 6 months? Oh, and she's been your subordinate at your company for even longer.
Uh-oh.
And you've even taken her to meet your mother, haven't you? My understanding is that you've been telling her that you'll marry her someday? Is that the reason your mom's abuse has stepped up the last few months? Is she eager to get me out of the way to get the new model of daughter-in-law she wants?
How, Tammy? How did you know?
Do you think I'm a complete moron? I've known for a long time. The reason I haven't left you yet is because I had faith you'd come back to me. A faith that I've now lost. I'll see you and Lily in court. Oh, and I'll also be reporting this indiscretion to your company.
Please don't. I'll break up with her. I'll never see her again. So please forgive me. I don't know what I'll do without you.
Go cry to your mom for pity like usual? Nothing you say is going to save you from what's coming. You didn't like my cooking? Well, I hope you're ready for your just desserts.
Well, are you all moved out yet?
Yep, I'm at my parents' house right now. I think I'll live with them until I find a new place.
Glad to hear you're safe, Tammy. I'm really sorry about everything that you had to go through.
No, don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. Everything that happened is the fault of your wife and son. Speaking of which, do you mind if I ask you what you're planning to do now?
I'm moving out of my house as well. I can't stand to be around her right now. I'll decide on my long-term plans once I've had some time to think.
I see. Hey, I'm divorcing Steve, but is it okay if I still call you Dad?
Tammy, there would be no greater honor for me than to go to the grave having you call me Dad.
Awesome. I've called you Dad for so long, I think it would be weird to start calling you Dawn all of a sudden. Okay, so tell me when you know your new address, okay? I'll come over and cook for you sometime.
Wonderful. I didn't have much luck with my son, but I'm glad to have a daughter like you, Tammy.
We're divorced a short time later. Just like I promised, I took him to the cleaners in the divorce proceedings. I also sued Lily because apparently she had taken some of my underwear and cosmetics. It was only a couple $1,000 worth of stuff, but I just couldn't take that lying down. I also told their company about their sordid affairs. Steve was demoted for having an inappropriate relationship with a direct subordinate. It's safe to say his path to advancement has been made much more difficult. Lily wasn't punished, but she was so humiliated that she quit voluntarily. Steve, however, is stuck in his job no matter how much he wants to quit. If he loses this job, he'll have no way to make his sizable alimony payments to me. He's living alone now, and since he can't cook to save his life, he has no choice but to buy pre-made stuff from the store. You know what that means, high-calorie foods with low nutritional content and high sodium. That, combined with the stress of his work environment, brought back his high blood pressure and, as a result, his headaches. He's going to the hospital a few times a month now because of an excruciating migraine. As for me, I'm currently living in a new house and getting my new life started. I'm on good terms with Don, or as I call him, Dad. His birthday's coming up and we're going to have a little party, just the two of us. I love cooking for him. He's always so grateful to me for what I do. Now that I don't have to cook for Steve anymore, I can focus on learning to cook things that he likes now.
Hey, how much are you getting from the inheritance?
What?
I mean, your dad's inheritance. As the head of such a big company, he must have left behind a significant amount, right?
Are you serious? We're in the middle of the funeral. Don't you think it's disrespectful to talk about that right now?
Come on, he's already gone. So why would it be disrespectful? It's not like I'd have asked about it while he was alive. That'd make it seem like I was only after his money, right?
I really don't understand how you can be so casual about this. You, of all people, should know everything he did for you. So stop disrespecting him like this.
Look, he's already gone, so saying he did a lot for me doesn't mean anything now. Can't you understand that?
Just stop it, okay? I want to focus on being next to my father right now.
Why? Just tell me how much you're getting from the inheritance. I visited him at the hospital too, didn't I? I did my part in looking after him. And didn't he like me quite a lot?
Yes, he did think highly of you. But if he knew you were only interested in his inheritance, don't you think he'd be heartbroken, even up there in heaven? Imagine how much sadness he'd feel, seeing his daughter's husband only caring about his money.
I'm only asking how much the inheritance is. I held off asking this whole time, didn't I? So just tell me already.
At this time? Wait, are you telling me that's what you've been after with me this whole time?
Just tell me. There's a car I want to buy. I need to put a down payment on it before someone else gets it.
You know what? I won't be receiving anything. I'm sorry, but I'm actually just a stepchild, so my share is 0.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
I told you, I'm my late mother's child from her previous marriage. I have no right to an inheritance from my stepfather. Not that I was ever expecting to get anything in the first place.
You're a stepchild? Wait, hold on. Are you serious? So you're really getting nothing from him?
Yes, I never wanted it to begin with.
Are you kidding me? I want that inheritance. How am I supposed to buy that luxury car now? How am I supposed to get it?
Why don't you buy it with your own money? And stop shouting already. You're not even a family member.
What the hell are you talking about, not a family member? Do you even know why I married a boring woman like you in the first place?
What?
Your father's inheritance. And now I found out that because you're a stepchild, you're getting absolutely nothing? I married an old lady for this? What a waste. You're worthless to me now. Just get out.
Get out? This is a funeral home, you know. You don't have the right to tell me to leave.
I don't care about rights. I'm telling you to get out. If there's no inheritance for you, then you're useless to me. Since you're a stepchild and get nothing, what about your sister?
My sister is his biological daughter, so...
And that means she'll be getting something, right? She's the one I need to talk to. You, on the other hand, can just go home.
Stop it. Don't ruin this funeral. Can't you just act with some decency for once? And don't bring my sister into this. She doesn't deserve any of this chaos.
Shut up. Stop whining already. Just go home. Otherwise, I'll use force if I have to. And it won't be just you. I'll turn this entire funeral into a circus.
Please stop. There's no point in causing trouble here. There's no need to bother innocent people who have nothing to do with this, is there?
Innocent people? All your stupid relatives are involved in this. They're all responsible. You're all joking if you think I won't get that inheritance.
Fine. If I leave, will you calm down? I'll go if that's what you want. Just please calm down.
Yeah, you're the biggest annoyance here. You've ruined my life. Don't ever show your face to me again.
Are you sure you won't regret this?
Regret? No way. I only regret marrying you, that's all. One way or another, I'll get my hands on that inheritance. I didn't go through all the trouble of marrying a woman way older than me just to walk away empty-handed.
Older? I had no idea you could be this horrible. Hey, Skipper's been messaging me nonstop. It's seriously getting on my nerves. What's his deal? Did something happen that I don't know about? Already? I'm really sorry about that, Avery. He keeps talking about inheritance of all things. Isn't that disturbing? Who even brings that up at a funeral? It feels completely out of place, like he doesn't even realize where he is. Yeah, unfortunately. It looks like he married me solely because he thought he'd gain access to my dad's inheritance. Looking back, there were definitely times that made me feel something was a bit off, like he was prioritizing the wrong things. But I never imagined he'd be so rotten, let alone it would come to this. So he didn't even know that you aren't your dad's biological child? He went into this whole marriage without knowing? That's right, I never brought it up. It just didn't seem relevant before. And he probably tried not to get too involved in any family talk on purpose, just so I wouldn't catch on to his intentions. And he'd been carefully waiting for this moment, I guess, counting down to this day. only for it to backfire on him when he found out I don't have the right to inherit anything. Now that he's aware there's no money coming my way, it seems he's completely losing it.
Wow, that's so selfish of him. He's really just after money then, with zero consideration for anything else. Anyway, where are you right now? Did you manage to get away?
He wouldn't stop yelling at me to leave the funeral hall. It got so bad that it seemed like he was ready to make a huge scene if I didn't. So for now, I've stepped outside, just to avoid him turning everything into a mess right in front of everyone.
Well, if he's acting like that, it's probably a good idea to steer clear for now.
He's obviously on edge and not thinking straight.
It's fine. Besides, the funeral's almost over anyway, so why don't you go on home first? I'll stay here and take care of everything that needs wrapping up. Don't worry about it.
But what are you going to do about Skipper? He doesn't sound like he'll leave you alone.
Oh, as for him? Don't worry, I'll handle that too. I'll have a little talk with him and get him to leave. Trust me on this, all right?
All right. I'm sorry to trouble you with all of this, and thank you, really.
Hey, don't mention it. It's the least I can do. But still, I can't believe the situation. Your dad just passed, and now you can't even get a proper chance to say goodbye because of that man. I'm sure your dad is looking down from heaven, and when he sees what Skipper's trying to do, he won't let him get away with it. Karma's coming, one way or another.
First, I lose my father, and now my husband shows his true colors, turning into someone completely different. This is way more than I can handle.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Seriously? I saw it on TV. You're the heir to Yamada Trading? What does that even mean?
You saw it, so I assume you understand. My father passed away, and I'm stepping in as the next president of the company. That's all there is to it.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Why didn't you tell me any of this?
It wasn't decided yet, so I didn't tell anyone. But my father's will named me as a successor. I'm going to honor his wishes. And considering we're getting divorced, this doesn't concern you.
Hold on a second. If you're the heir to Yamada Trading, then this changes everything. We need to cancel the divorce. I mean, wouldn't that be better for you too?
Oh, now you want to say this? You're so selfish. The only reason you married me in the first place was to get a hold of my father's inheritance. Isn't that right?
No, it wasn't like that. Look, I just lost my cool and said things I didn't mean. But come on, I would never actually think that way. I love you, all right? I swear it.
Don't insult me. If you truly loved me, you wouldn't have done what you did. Even yesterday, after I left, you went and caused trouble for my sister too, didn't you?
Trouble? I wasn't causing trouble. She's the one who said she'd share the inheritance with me.
What?
Come on, I was there for your father. I visited him in the hospital, didn't I? And I even brought him expensive gifts. I have just as much rights as some of the inheritance.
So you're telling me that my sister really said she'd split the inheritance with you?
Yeah, she did. That's why she didn't put up a fuss yesterday. Then this morning I turned on the TV and see they were talking about how the president of Yamada Trading had passed away.
And that's how you found out I'd be succeeding him, huh? Whatever the case may be, I've already made up my mind to go through with the divorce.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, it's fine now, right? We can just start over, can't we?
If my sister's going to share the inheritance with you, then you don't have any reason to stick around. So stop coming near me.
Listen, I have a dream, all right? I want to help people who are less fortunate all around the world. I want to bring happiness to those who need it most. With a company as big as Yamada Trading, I think I could actually make that dream come true.
So, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, let me be a part of Yamada Trading as an executive. That way, I'll be closer to making my dreams a reality. I want to bring joy around the world. I want to work towards world peace. It's my true dream.
How shameless can you be? All you really want is a handout because my father's inheritance isn't coming to you the way you'd hoped. Just yesterday, you were having a tantrum, calling me a useless old hag who wasn't good for anything.
I know, I regret that. I wasn't myself at that moment, I promise. But look, don't you think it's actually a good thing for Yamada Trading to get involved in charitable causes? It would improve the company's public image, and it might even help attract more business.
Oh, really? Don't you think my father would have already considered that? Here's a wake-up call for you. He did. My father was deeply committed to charitable work while he was alive. Yamada Trading is so well known for its charity work that it's practically part of its brand image now. He even spent his own time volunteering. You say you're serious about world peace, but you didn't even know this about my father?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, wait, no. I did know that. It's just now that your father has passed, someone else has to take over.
Why are you still trying to act like this? It's pitiful. No matter how you try to dress it up, what you did at the funeral isn't going to disappear. Every single one of my family members saw it, and none of them trust you anymore. Whatever respect you managed to earn from my father is completely gone.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you told the entire family about what happened yesterday?
Of course I did. I don't owe you anything. Thanks to your little outburst, all the time and effort you spent trying to win over my father was completely wasted.
You arrogant piece of... How dare you talk to me like this? Just get back together with me already.
Absolutely not. No matter what you say, I've made my decision. And frankly, no one's on your side anymore.
Oh, that's not true. Your sister promised she'd split the inheritance with me, remember? She's reasonable, unlike you. It's clear she's truly her father's daughter. She's nothing like you, the illegitimate one.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, I'm just stating the facts. Anyway, once I get the inheritance, I'll start making plans from here. I'll get you to reconsider this divorce. I'm not giving up that easily.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hey, about what happened yesterday. Can I come by now to collect my share?
Huh? Are you talking about the inheritance?
Of course! You're going to give me a share, right? That's why I left quietly yesterday. I didn't expect you to keep your promise.
Of course, I'll keep my promise. You've come to see my father in the hospital after all.
Yeah, of course I did. Your dad really liked me. He probably recognized me as well. So, just give me the amount that reflects that. I'm counting on you.
The amount that reflects your contributions, huh? Sure, I can do that. So, how should I hand it over?
I'll come over now. Your relatives are still there, right? It seems like there are some bad rumors about me going around, so I need your help to clear that up. Vivian did something unnecessary, it seems.
Okay, then I'll introduce you to my relatives.
That would really help. It's good to see that we can communicate well. You're truly the daughter of the president of Yamada Trading after all. Just like I expected. It's nice to know we're on the same page.
Right? I want to ensure everything goes smoothly. It's important that everyone sees you in a good light, especially after all the misunderstandings that have happened.
Exactly. I appreciate you looking out for me. After all, we need to keep our relationship strong. This inheritance can mean a lot for both of us.
I understand. It's not just about the money. It's about our connection and how we can support each other moving forward. Let's make sure everything is handled professionally.
Definitely. I trust you to help me navigate this situation. With your support, I think we can turn things around.
Good. Let's get this sorted out. I'm glad we're working together on this.
Hey! What was that all about? You said you'd share the inheritance with me, right?
I did share it, didn't I?
$15? Are you serious? That's just insulting. You gotta be kidding me. Give me more.
But you said you wanted an appropriate amount, didn't you? So that's what I gave you, an appropriate amount. Honestly, $15 is more than enough. You should be thanking me for that.
How can you even justify giving me just $15? I want a reasonable explanation for this. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? You're going to try and intimidate me? Just like you did when you backed down in front of the relatives yesterday? You only came to visit my father twice while he was in the hospital. So, that's how I calculated the transportation cost. $7 for a round trip twice. I even added a little extra just to be nice.
You're insulting me.
You're the one acting like a big shot after just 2 visits. That's what's really ridiculous.
But I had a good relationship with him long before he got sick. But wait, is there no will?
What?
There must be a will that includes my name. Even if it's not about the inheritance, I should at least get something. After all, I was trusted by your father.
Your name is not on the will. If it was, believe me, I would have let you know.
No way! You're all just hiding the fact that my name is there. You're a bunch of cowards. All of you related to Yamada Corporation. I might as well report you all.
Go ahead and do what you want. But just so you know, my father didn't like you at all.
What?
He thought you were a shallow man. He was worried about Vivian. You probably don't even know that. That's why I kept a close eye on Vivian. I didn't trust you, and I figured it was better to be safe than sorry.
No, that can't be right. He told me all sorts of things.
It's easy to pretend to get along without stepping on anyone's toes, you know. My father was a genuine businessman. The fact that your name isn't in the will is the best proof of that. If you think I'm lying, I can call a lawyer to confirm it for you.
So you're saying you're all just a family of liars?
Huh?
Exactly. You've just been playing my emotions, making me think there was something there. You guys are nothing but dirty thieves, hoarding the inheritance for yourselves. I'm going to post about this online.
Is that all you can do? If you're feeling brave, why don't you come over and confront us in person?
Huh, there's no need for that. I'll make sure you all are ruined. Just you wait.
So, you can only act tough with women, huh? How impressive. Well then, good luck with your plan to destroy us.
You bastard! You have to understand, this isn't just about money. It's about respect. I thought I meant something to your family. I thought I was trusted and valued, not just some random outsider looking for a handout.
What did you expect? You've always been on the outside looking in. You think 2 visits to the hospital make you a member of the family? It doesn't work that way.
But I was there for your father when he needed help. I stood by him. That should count for something.
You were there for him, yes, but don't you see? It wasn't just about being physically present. It was about genuine love and commitment, something you clearly lack. You're just trying to cash in on a relationship that wasn't what you thought it was.
You have no idea what I've done for him, the support I provided, the comfort I gave him during his worst days. That meant something to him, even if you can't see it.
No, all you see is a potential for profit. You can't hide that from me. It's painfully obvious. And you know what? This attitude of entitlement is why you'll never get anything from my family.
How dare you? You could just dismiss me like that? I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of family you really are.
Go ahead. No one is going to believe your lies. They know you for what you really are. A leech trying to drain the last bit of goodwill from my father's memory.
You're going to regret this, I swear. You'll pay for underestimating me.
You're really going to threaten me now? That's rich. You should learn how to deal with your own emotions instead of trying to lash out at me. You're just making yourself look pathetic.
I'm not done with this. You think you won? I'll fight back, and I'll make sure everyone knows the truth about your so-called generosity.
Good luck with that. I'll be here, living my life while you waste yours plotting revenge. You're only digging your own grave.
You haven't seen the last of me. I'll prove to everyone that you're just a bunch of frauds.
Then bring it on. I'm ready for whatever you've got. Just know that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning, and I won't back down.
Hey, please, I'm begging you, don't abandon me. I really regret everything.
This is all your fault, you know. You tried to accuse my family, and now look where that's got you. Everything's backfired on you.
Please, just call off the divorce. You know, I thought I'd be getting some inheritance, so I went ahead and bought a lot of things on my credit card.
What?
The car you know I wanted? I've actually signed the contract for it. If things keep going like this, I'm going to go bankrupt. I'll be drowning in debt. On top of that, after that scandal, they cut ties with me at the company. And all my friends are drifting away. It's all falling apart.
Well, that's a natural consequence, isn't it?
Don't say something so cold. Please, I'm not asking for the inheritance anymore, but at least don't abandon me.
So is that why you wanted the inheritance so badly? But someone like you, who only married me for my family's wealth, doesn't deserve my help. If you keep bothering me about this, I will take legal action.
Come on, you weren't always this heartless, were you? What are you pretending to be strong for? The you I know would help me out.
I need to keep it together for my father's sake. I have to be strong as a daughter and as the next president of the company.
Damn it! Please, I'm begging you, help me out. Just one more time, let's...
No way. I've lost so much by marrying someone like you. I've made a terrible mistake marrying a person as low as you.
What? You think I'm this slow? What am I supposed to do now?
How should I know? That's not my problem. Oh wait, with the $15 you got, you could spread some smiles around the world, right? And that was your dream, wasn't it?
I don't need your sarcasm right now. You think this is funny? I'm in real trouble here. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. You're the one who got yourself into this mess. You thought you could just ride on my family's coattails and live the high life without consequences. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way.
Listen, I made some mistakes, but I thought we could work things out. I thought you would understand.
Understand? Understand what? That you thought it was okay to betray me and my family? You thought I'd just sit back and let you take advantage of us?
I wasn't trying to betray anyone. I made a mistake, but I'm still the same person you fell in love with.
Really? The person I fell in love with wouldn't have done what you did. They wouldn't have put me in this position. You've changed, and not for the better.
I'm begging you. Just give me a chance to prove I can change. I'll do anything. Just please don't leave me like this.
And what would that change entail? You've shown me who you really are. Why would I want to be around someone who only thinks about themselves and their own needs?
'Cause I love you. I still care about you, even if I messed up.
Love? You think love is enough to fix all this? It's not enough when you've hurt me and disrespected everything we've built together.
I didn't mean to hurt you. Can't we just forget about everything and start fresh?
Start fresh? You really think that's possible? After everything you've done? After all the damage you've caused? It's not that easy, and I can't just erase the past.
Please think about it. I promise I'll make it right. Just give me one more chance.
You think I haven't thought about it? Every day I wish things could go back to how they were, but I know they can't. You've burned that bridge.
You can't be serious. Thought we had something special.
You thought wrong. It's not special when it's built on lies and manipulation. You need to face the truth about who you are.
I'm begging you. I'll do better. Just don't give up on me.
I'm done with this conversation. You need to figure out your own life. I can't keep getting dragged down by your mistakes.
No, please, I need you. You're my only hope.
Your hope? You had hope when you were using me for my family's money. You need to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet without relying on me.
But I can't do it without you. I don't know how.
You need to grow up and take responsibility for your actions. This is your life now, and it's time for you to face the consequences.
How did it go? Were you able to properly wrap things up?
Yeah, the divorce has been finalized successfully. At first, he was yelling quite a bit, but it seems like he has lost his energy now.
He was like a child resisting a shot, huh? But you did well. It's a tough time as it is.
No, it's thanks to you. Besides, the one who's really suffering is you, right? As a nurse, you've been facing your father's situation all this time.
What are you talking about? Unlike you, I'm holding it together. This isn't going to get to me.
Avery, you don't have to worry about me. You managed to handle everything yourself this time, right? So you should prioritize yourself a little too.
Our father told me that Vivian doesn't have good judgment about people, so I should keep an eye on you.
What?
Our father saw right through that man from the very beginning. That's why I couldn't just leave you to deal with it alone.
Really? If that was the case, you should have told me.
Who could say the man you married is a jerk? But now that it's all settled, it turned out okay in the end.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about me. You can cry if you want.
What are you saying? I'm not going to cry in front of you, the scaredy cat.
After my divorce was finalized, Skippy left town. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter in his life, where everything he once knew began to unravel. He quickly found himself trapped in what could only be described as debt hell. The term seems fitting, conjuring images of a deep, dark pit from which escape feels impossible. It wasn't merely financial distress that he faced. The consequences of his actions led to the loss of many friendships in a scandal that erupted. Those who once stood by his side seemed to vanish overnight, leaving him isolated and vulnerable. The emotional fallout from losing friends can be just as damaging as any financial setback. Friends are often seen as a support system, a safety net that cushions life's harsh blows. For Skippy, the absence of the safety net must have been incredibly painful. It seems that he found himself in a situation where, when he needed help the most, not a single person reached out to offer support. The emptiness of that realization must have been profound, forcing him to confront a painful truth. He had believed he had a strong social network, yet when faced with adversity, he was alone. Moreover, it became apparent that Skippy felt entirely cut off from his family. In times of crises, many people turn to their families for love and support. However, for him, that option was non-existent. He couldn't even return to his parents' home for comfort or refuge, which must have felt like a devastating betrayal of the familial bonds he once took for granted. Instead of a warm embrace or understanding conversation, he faced a stark and lonely reality. The concept of home, which should represent safety and security, transformed into a painful reminder of his failures. Eventually, he found himself living a life without a home. The transition from having a stable living situation to being homeless is jarring and deeply traumatic. This change signifies more than just a loss of physical space. It reflects a profound loss of identity and stability. Living without a home signifies being adrift, lacking the anchors that usually provide direction and purpose. For someone like Skippy, who once believed himself to be well-liked and respected, the experience of homelessness must have shattered his self-image. Throughout his life, Skippy always harbored a belief in his personal charm and likability. He likely thought that his charisma could carry him through any rough patch, enabling him to maintain relationships even in the face of adversity. However, this harsh reality must have forced him to confront a different truth. When the going got tough, no one came to his aid. The absence of support must have been a bitter pill to swallow. It likely stung deeply to recognize that no one was there for him in his time of need. Such realizations can be incredibly humbling, leading one to reflect on the depth and authenticity of their relationships. In moments of crises, it becomes crucial to examine how connections are built. Skippy might have been left questioning how many of those relationships were genuine and how many were merely superficial. Such reflections are often painful and can lead to a reevaluation of one's self-worth and the impact of their actions on others. The absence of support during his darkest moments undoubtedly forced him to confront the fragility of his social ties. Meanwhile, I find myself grappling with the fact that I, too, was once deceived by a man like Skippy. I invested considerable hope and faith in him, believing wholeheartedly in his dreams and aspirations. I supported him, thinking he would rise above his challenges and become a better person. To realize that I had been misled by his charm is a difficult realization. It stings to think that I allowed myself to be swept up in his narrative, trusting in his promises only to discover they were empty. The shame of being deceived by someone who ultimately proved to be unreliable weighs heavily on me. It's disheartening to confront the fact that I, too, can be vulnerable to the allure of charm and charisma. I had invested my emotions and trust in someone who was not deserving of it, and that realization is a bitter pill to swallow. This embarrassment makes me reflect on my choices and question my judgment. As I navigate my current role as the next president of Yamada Corporation, I am faced with my own set of challenges. My days are filled with meetings, decisions, and responsibilities that seem to come from every direction. The pressures associated with this position are immense, and there are moments when I feel as though they threaten to crush me under their weight. Balancing the needs of the company, employees, and stakeholders can be overwhelming. The expectations placed upon me are significant, and I often wonder if I am truly up to the task. Leading a company is no small feat, and I am constantly aware of the eyes that are on me, waiting to see how I will handle the responsibilities entrusted to me. There are days when self-doubt creeps in, and I question whether I have the skills and capabilities to lead effectively. However, I remind myself that growth often comes from discomfort, and it is through overcoming these challenges that I will grow stronger. Fortunately, I have a wonderful ally in Avery. Her support has been invaluable, and I often find myself relying on her in ways I hadn't anticipated. Despite her demanding job as a nurse, which undoubtedly comes with its own set of challenges, she always makes time for me. It amazes me how she balances her own responsibilities while still being there to lift me up when I need it most. Avery's dedication to her work and to our friendship is truly commendable. Avery affectionately refers to me as Scaredy Cat Vivian, a nickname that has become a source of comfort in moments of anxiety. It's a lighthearted reminder that I don't have to take life too seriously, even when the pressures mount. In her own unique way, she brings humor and warmth into my life, helping to lighten the load I carry. There's something refreshing about her ability to see the lighter side of things, and it often helps me gain perspective during challenging times. There are certainly times when I feel that her protective nature can be a bit overwhelming. I sometimes wonder if she might be overstepping, given that I am trying to carve out my own identity as a strong leader. However, even in those moments of doubt, I recognize the genuine care behind her actions. It is reassuring to know that I have someone who genuinely cares about my well-being. Avery's unwavering belief in me serves as a foundation of strength that I can lean on. I know that her support comes from a place of love and friendship, and that makes all the difference in my ability to navigate the challenges I face. Navigating the complexities of leadership while processing the fallout from my past relationship with Skippy is no easy feat. Each day presents its own challenges, but I find strength in the knowledge that I have Avery by my side. It's a comforting thought, knowing that no matter how tumultuous my personal life may be, I have a solid foundation of support to rely on as I forge ahead in my professional endeavors. As I reflect on everything that has transpired, I find myself thinking about the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Skippy and the strength I've gained from my current position. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at us, forcing us to adapt and grow. The pain of betrayal and the burden of leadership have both shaped me into a more resilient individual. I am learning to navigate my emotions, to stand tall in the face of adversity, and to embrace the support of those around me. Ultimately, I have come to understand that while Skippy's departure and the chaos of my past may have left scars, they do not define me. Instead, they serve as reminders of my strength and resilience. I have the power to shape my future, and with Avery's support, I am more than capable of rising to the challenges ahead. The journey may be fraught with difficulties, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and self-discovery. As I look forward to the future, I do so with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. I will not let the shadows of my past overshadow the potential that lies ahead. I am committed to making the most of my role at Yamada Corporation and to nurturing the relationships that truly matter. With each passing day, I am learning to appreciate the beauty of resilience and the strength found in genuine connections. In the face of adversity, I will continue to stand strong, fueled by the unwavering support of those who believe in me, including my dear friend Avery. Looking ahead, I realize that I must continue to cultivate a positive environment at work, one where collaboration and support thrive. I want to foster relationships based on mutual respect and trust, rather than the superficiality that I encountered in my previous relationship. The lessons learned from my experience with Skippy serve as a guide for me as I build a healthier and more supportive workplace culture. Additionally, I have started to engage more with my colleagues, seeking their insights and fostering open communication. I recognize that leadership is not just about making decisions, it's also about listening and valuing the contributions of others. By creating an inclusive atmosphere where everyone feels heard, I hope to inspire my team and promote a sense of unity. Each small step taken towards building those connections helps reinforce my commitment to fostering a positive work environment.
Hey there, Hillary. Are you there? Is now a good time to talk? Oh, I really hope it is, because I have some big news that I just have to share with you right this second. The thing is, well, you know your fiancé Felix? Well, I stole him from you. He's all mine, so you'll just have to go through your silly little wedding all by yourself.
Opal, I knew that this was all you. Do you have any idea what you've just done by doing this to me?
Of course I know what I've just done by stealing your fiancé Felix away from you. And what I did was I stole your fiancé, the man who you were supposed to marry, your man who you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with, from you. And now we're going to run off and elope together. It really is all just so romantic once you stop and think about it. Don't you agree with me?
You really have some nerve pulling something like this. Do you know that? I mean, just when did you and Felix even get that close anyways, huh?
Well, I think we actually started to feel this way from the moment that we laid eyes on each other. You remember when you brought over Felix that one time to our house to introduce him to our family because you two had just gotten engaged, right? Well, it was then, on that day, when he came over to our house because you brought him, that we fell in love.
I see. Well, fine. If you two really make each other that happy, then far be it from me to stop you. You can have him.
You don't have to pretend to be so tough just for me, you know? You're just upset that now you're going to be alone for the rest of your life. I wonder how things are going over there at your wedding venue. I'm sure that people are already starting to whisper about where the groom could be. But don't worry. If anyone asks what is taking Felix so long to arrive, you can tell them all that I'm doing you the favor of marrying him in your place. Isn't that great?
I already said that you can do whatever you want. I don't get why you insist on keeping this conversation going.
You really are just so sad. Do you know that, sis? I mean, it's just so obvious how you're just trying to act tough right now. But I know that you're just heartbroken. What are you going to do with your life from here on out, huh? I mean, you don't even have a job, right? Weren't you totally relying on Felix to help support you? Well, what are you going to do now that your walking ATM has decided to go to another woman?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a very respectable job and no money troubles, so I don't know where you heard that.
No. Come on, there is no need to lie to me about this. I already have the whole truth. I know that you don't make that much money and that you need Felix to be comfortable. I mean, Felix makes a ton of money from his job, so that's why you quit your job when you two got engaged, isn't that right? So I just want to know what you're going to do with your life now that you don't have a guy like Felix to take care of everything for you.
Well, I really appreciate your concern for me, sister, but I would rather you just butt out and leave me alone.
Oh, come on. You don't really think I'm just going to not worry about my sister, right? We're family. Of course I'm going to worry about you. I mean, you're not even going to be able to keep living in our parents' house after this, so I'm just really worried about what you're going to do from here on out.
I won't be able to live at Mom and Dad's house anymore. Just what do you mean by that?
Well, isn't it obvious? Felix canceled his lease for the apartment where the two of you were living, so now you only have until the end of this month to pack all of your bags and move out. Did you really think you were going to keep living there for free?
Wait, what? You mean Felix just told the leasing office that we weren't going to be keeping our lease? But he can't just do that.
Well, I'm afraid it's far too late to do anything about it now. It's already been done and there is nothing that you can do about it. So good luck living out the rest of your sad, lonely life.
Hillary, are you okay? How are you doing right now?
Hi there, Mom. I'm doing fine, I guess. I don't really know what else to say right now.
Well, I just want you to know that if there is anything that I can do for you, you can always ask me for help, you know.
That's very much like you, Mom. Thank you for always being there for me. But I really just don't even know what anyone could do in a situation like this. I mean, to think that my own little sister, that Opal would do this to me, steal my fiancé on the day we were supposed to get married?
I know. I really have no idea how she expects to come back from this. I know that your dad is just furious about this. He woke up the happiest I'd seen him in years, and now...
And to think that the day started so well for everyone. I just can't believe that it's all turned to this. I'm really just shocked. I don't know what else can even be said about it. Though, I suppose that I really shouldn't be all that surprised by this.
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean that you shouldn't have been surprised? Did you know something about your sister and Felix?
Well, I kind of noticed that they seemed to be getting along really well, but I guess I just never wanted to dig into it more than I needed to. I knew that something weird was up, but I did a bit of looking. Dad wanted to look deeper into what it could be. But I guess this is what I get for letting it go on so long without doing anything about it.
I see. That must have been really hard on you then, Hillary. Especially knowing what you know now. I'm sorry that I never noticed that anything was going on either. I should have been more vigilant for my daughter.
Mom, please. There's no way that you could have seen this coming more than anyone else. But whatever, I'm over it. I just want to work on putting this as far behind me as possible. I need a drink.
I really understand how you feel, Hillary. But I don't think that you're going to find what you're looking for at the end of a bottle. But anyways, once you've packed up all your bags, you should come over to our house. You can still do your work even if you're at someone else's house, right?
Yeah, my company really doesn't care where I'm working as long as I have a connection to the internet. Thank you so much, Mom. You've always been there for me, and I just want you to know that I really appreciate it.
Hillary, please. You're my daughter. You don't need to thank your own mom for doing her job. I'm just sorry that things had to turn out this way.
Me too, Mom. Me too. Mind if I ask you to make something really special for dinner tonight?
Of course. I'll talk to your dad, and him and I will plan something amazing for us all to eat together tonight. But you shouldn't just lose this opportunity that you have here, you know. You have so many family members and friends who have to see you, and you should spend time with them.
That's a good way to think about it, Mom. Everything is already paid for anyways, so might as well enjoy ourselves.
Hey there, Hillary. It has been a really, really long time since you and I have last spoken, huh? I was just wondering where you were living right now. I am visiting back home right now, and I really wanted to see you.
You've come back to visit him? What are you even talking about? Why are you even here?
I mean that I've come back to our hometown because I'm pregnant and I want to have my child where our family came from. And of course, it should go without saying that the child I'm carrying right now is none other than your former fiancé, my current husband, Felix's.
Wow. Well, I think you really have some nerve coming back to town like nothing has happened at all. I mean, you really have some serious nerve to do that. Do you know that? I think if I were you, I would never want anyone who knew me to ever see my face again. I think I would be way too ashamed of what I've done.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? I'm pregnant with a baby, so I have to have it in our hometown. I mean, isn't this what everyone does? I'm not about to skip doing this just because of what some nosy neighbors might have to say about me. Besides, I just know that Mom and Dad are going to be so happy to see me. This is going to be their first grandchild ever, after all. I'm sure they'll let everything go in light of that, don't you think?
You really think that Mom and Dad are going to want anything to do with you? You really don't know a thing, do you? You better not try to come near me or our parents ever again, got it?
Oh, come on now. There's no need to be like this, you know? Really, why are you being so rude to your pregnant sister? I'm only coming back because I want my family to support me while I'm pregnant. So anyways, really, what I'm trying to ask if you could move out of Mom and Dad's house for me.
And just why on earth would I ever want to do something like that for someone like you, huh?
Well, because I'm doing what's expected of me by coming back home to have my kid, so you should do whatever you can to help me by moving out of Mom and Dad's house and making room for me.
Opal, literally what in the world are you talking about? Do you really think that you could just show up and demand that kind of thing from me?
Oh, please. You're going to talk to me like that when you're nothing but a little leech on our parents? The least you could do for our family is to give up your room for me, your pregnant little sister. Besides, you have to know by now that Mom and Dad would much rather have you out of their house and hair than being the bum that you really are. Although I can't say that I blame you for wanting to stay so long there. After all, they are really, really good cooks. That would be tough to give up.
Opal, do you have any idea just how much of a terrible person you are? I mean, do you have any self-awareness at all, or do you just go through life not thinking about a single thing?
You think that I'm joking with you. I am pregnant with a child. I am thinking about the future, and that's why I'm here right now. So in case you haven't noticed, I am being the more productive daughter and now have more value than you in this family. So get that through your thick head right now.
You really need a reality check, do you know that? I mean, you want to talk about being family, but then try and kick me out of my own room? I'm sorry, Opal, but nobody is in the mood to take orders from you at all right now. Got it? So why don't you just turn around and never ever come back here?
There you are again, trying to act so tough for me even though you know I'm the stronger out of the two of us. I mean, do you really think that I'm going to be scared over my unemployed sister who still lives with our parents? Fat chance!
And just who do you think you are to make fun of people being jobless when you don't work either?
I am pregnant. I don't have to work because I have a good excuse to get out of it, thank you very much. Besides, just why in the world would I waste time working when I have my husband, Felix of course, to make all the money that we'll ever need? There's just no point in me even going out to work since it would hardly make a difference compared to what Felix is bringing home every month.
So you really think that Felix is as rich as you imagine him to be then?
Aw, are you really concerned about my married life when you don't have a job, man, prospects, and any hope for the future at all? Just who do you think you are to talk to me like that, huh?
I'm sorry, Opal. Are you done here? I have things I need to get back to doing now.
Of course we're not through here. I'm still going to be coming home and I still want you out of your room so that I can stay there. You're old enough to be married and yet you're still living with Mom and Dad. If they aren't going to kick you out into the real world, then I will.
Well, that's going to be a problem when my boyfriend and I live together in a nice condo building.
You're such a liar. Do you really think that I'm going to buy that? You're so pathetic it's beyond sad at this point.
Well, I don't know what to tell you except that I'm being totally honest. But yeah, it's the truth. I don't even live with Mom and Dad anymore, so... I mean, did you really think that nothing would change in anyone's life for 2 years while you ran around and did what you did?
There you go again, trying to talk down to me. I thought I told you to cut that out. I already know that you're lying, so I don't get why you insist on being like this. But I know that there's no way that you're dating anyone. That's just too much. And to think that on top of that, you're trying to tell me that you and him live together in some nice big building? Nice try. Even if I were to accept that all that were true, I bet that it's not even your place. You just moved from leeching off Mom and Dad to some poor sap.
There you go again, making assumptions about things that you have no idea about. Just when did I say that it was my boyfriend's condo, huh? You really have no idea at all about what my life has been like.
Well, I know that when we last talked, you had a terrible job and could barely even support yourself with Felix there to cover all the big expenses.
I already told you that when Felix and I got married, I didn't quit working or anything like that. I just started freelancing with my skills instead. I was able to find clients willing to pay me much more than I was making when I was working for the company that I was at before. And since I don't have to go into an office or anything like that anymore, it really is much easier since I can work from anywhere I have internet, basically.
Wait a second. You mean that this whole time you've been working as a freelancer? You've got to be kidding me. I had no idea about any of that. But if you're a freelancer, then that's even worse than not having a job at all.
Wow, Opal, I really have to ask, do you ever get embarrassed about being so wrong about every little thing that you send to me? I mean, I feel like I would just start to have some shame after a while.
The only person who should feel ashamed about themselves and their lives is you, Hillary. You've done nothing with your life, and all you're doing is lying to me about what you're doing. This settles it. This whole thing is just a huge fib. You're still living with Mom and Dad, and you haven't had a job in years. So you better pack up your bags, because I'm going to be arriving to Mom and Dad soon, and I will be kicking you out whether you like it or not. Got it?
Opal, what is the matter with you? Have you not read any of the messages that I've been sending to you? I literally don't even live with mom and dad anymore. I live together with my boyfriend. There is no room to even pack up and move out to make room for you. Got it?
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for you to show me around your condo and your boyfriend when I get to mom and dad's. I'm sure that you guys are living in the lap of luxury together.
You really have no idea at all about what you're talking about, do you?
Hey, Hillary, are you there? Seriously, I need you to respond to me right away. What the heck is going on? Did I miss something? I mean, what is this? Why is there nothing where our house used to be? It's just a parking lot here now.
Well, that would probably be because last year, Mom and Dad moved out of their house and sold the property to a development company who then proceeded to build a parking lot where Mom and Dad's house used to be on the property that was sold to them. So basically, to sum this all up in a very succinct and easy to understand brief encapsulation of the information that you're looking for now that you have gone there and seen that Mom and Dad have moved out of their house, Mom and Dad no longer live there.
But, I mean, so you're just telling me that mom and dad moved out of their house. And then not only that, but they sold the property that the house existed on to a company? And then that company demolished the house that was on the property that mom and dad sold to them, and in that same place they decided to make a parking lot? Why didn't you tell me about any of this earlier while we were talking? I told you that I was going to mom and dad's house. You should have told me that it isn't there anymore. I came all this way and there's no house left.
And just why should I have anything to tell you about it, huh? You're lucky that I even responded to this message to explain to you that Mom and Dad moved out and sold their house and that a parking lot was built where their house used to be. So if you really think that I owe you anything after all that you've done to me, you really do have something else coming.
But then, wait a second. What am I supposed to do if mom and dad aren't living in their house anymore?
I don't know. I guess you'll probably just have to go back to your house with Felix and have your baby there.
But no, you don't get it. But that just isn't going to work for me at all. Can you please just tell me where it is that mom and dad are living right now if they are not living here where they used to?
You want me to tell you where our mom and dad are living right now? No way. I am never going to tell you the place where both of our parents are currently residing.
But why not? Why won't you tell me the location of the place where our parents are currently living now that they've moved out of their old house?
Well, that's because Mom and Dad and even I want nothing to do with you ever again. You aren't a member of this family anymore. You made your choice when you betrayed me on the day that I was supposed to get married to Felix, but instead you stole him from me.
But wait, you all can't just cut me out of your lives like this. I mean, this is something we should all deal with together as a family. How can I say my piece if I don't know where anyone lives?
It's okay. I don't really think that any of us care all that much about what you have to say anyways, so you can save it. And that's why I am not going to be telling you where it is that our parents have moved to.
Well, fine. If you aren't going to tell me where mom and dad are living right now, then I guess I'll call mom and have her tell me herself.
Yeah, that really isn't going to work out any better for you. You should know.
Hey, Mom, are you there? It's your youngest daughter, Opal. I know it's been a long time since we've talked, but you still remember me, right? I was actually going to visit home to surprise you and Dad, but when I got to where our house used to be, there's nothing but a parking lot here. So, anyways, I was wondering if you could please tell me where it is that you and Dad are now currently living since you both moved out of the old house? I have lots of presents that I need to give you, so please tell me where I can go to give them to you.
Hello and goodbye.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Hold it right there. It is me, your daughter. You can't just say hello and then goodbye to me.
Actually, you are no longer my daughter as far as I am concerned. I have no idea who you are, but you are nothing to me.
What are you talking about, Mom? It's me. It's Opal. Mom, it's me, your daughter. You remember me, won't you? Please tell me that you know who I am.
I'm sorry, but I only have one daughter, and her name is Hillary. I don't think I know a single person named Opal. No, I'm thinking about it, and no one really comes to mind at all.
Wait, no, Mom. I know that Hillary said you all wanted to cut me out of your life, but not like this. I didn't think that she was being serious. Please, Mom, you can't just pretend like I never existed. I'm your daughter. You have to know that. Just please tell me where you and Dad are living.
I'm really sorry, but I am not about to give out my address to some person I have never met in my life.
Mom, please, don't talk to me like this. It's me, your daughter. You know me. I've tried calling Dad's phone over and over again, but he isn't taking any of my calls or getting back to my messages. But we're all family. You can't just treat me like this. You're being so cruel to me right now.
Cruel? You want to talk about cruel? I don't think that the person who stole their own sister's husband has a right to talk about what is and isn't cruel. Do you have any idea the pain that you caused Hillary?
But I mean, does this mean that you remembered who I really am then, Mom?
Well, I don't know how I was supposed to keep up that act when you were sitting there crying as if you were the victim in all of this and not your sister. But if you really want to know, your father and I haven't and will never forgive you for what you did to poor Hillary. And by the way, you should also know that we all know your little secret.
Wait, secret? What are you talking about? What secret are you talking about that you're saying that you all know about?
You know exactly the secret that I told you that we all know that you were trying to keep quiet but has become known.
Wait, what? That sentence barely even made sense. I don't get it. Please, you have to know it wasn't my fault. It's just that all my life I felt like Hillary was the better sister. I thought that if I could just make Felix mine that it would prove that we were equals. Please don't leave me, Mom. I didn't think that things would go like this.
Nobody ever compared you to your sister, and nobody ever put you down compared to Hillary. If you really did always feel that way, then that is unfortunate. But that is still your problem, and you should have sought professional help for it.
Wait, what? You mean, you think I should have just gone to see a mental health professional about this complex that I've developed? That's the stupidest advice that I've ever heard.
Well, you can call it what you like, but it doesn't change the fact that you've lost your family because of delusions that you have never sought to address in a healthy way. But when you betrayed your sister like that on the day that she was supposed to be getting married, you crossed a line that is never going to be uncrossed. You removed yourself from this family.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that, Mom? You can't really think that I thought that I was removing myself from the family when I did what I did, right?
I heard that you were coming to try and surprise us with a visit, so we told everyone that we know to not tell you our address under any circumstances. So you're never going to find us. The smart thing to do would be to turn around and go home. If you even have a place to go home to, that is.
So then you really do know about the secret that I was confused about you knowing earlier. I didn't think that you actually knew it, but that last sentence really confirms that you must know it.
Well, anyways, I don't have anything else to say to a woman like you. So have a good life.
Hey, sis, are you there right now? I was just curious why you told me to go back to Felix's earlier.
Are you stupid or something? Why do you think I would tell you something like that? It's because I want you to go home already.
Right, but I mean, do you have any idea at all why it is that I'm coming home by myself to have this child? I'm sure that you have to know the truth if you've talked to Mom about this at all. But what I don't get is why would you pretend to not know the secret that I'm talking about that you are saying you don't know but that I think you know because Mom knows and that's how I know that you know?
Well, I don't think this really has anything to do with me. It sounds more like a question that you need to answer yourself.
Wait. What do you mean? So you know that Felix is going to be arrested.
I had heard that Felix appeared to have gotten himself in some kind of legal trouble or something of the sort. The articles I was reading have something to do about running scams from the company. I guess it really is a good thing that you stole a man like that from me.
But But then you know how much trouble I'm in since he is going to be arrested for doing exactly what you said. That is, scamming people through his company, which he is going to be arrested for, right?
Well, I just don't think it's my business since it's between you and your husband. After all, Felix and I never got married, remember?
Please, I don't have money and Felix's assets have been frozen. I don't have a place to go home to and I don't have any way to support myself at all. I'm already swimming in my own debt. You have to help me. I don't know how I'm supposed to go on like this right now. You have to do something.
And just why in the world do you think that your problems have anything to do with me at all, huh?
Please, you have to help me. I'm pregnant and I have no money and I'm homeless. Don't you have any pity for me in your heart at all?
Oh, please. Are you still telling people that you're pregnant? You know that no one believes that, right?
But I don't get it. How did you figure out that I was lying about being pregnant this whole time?
Because I already knew that Felix isn't able to have any children of his own. So if you were really pregnant, then there would only be a few explanations of what could have happened. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time talking to you. You know that none of us are going to help you and that you've already lost your place in this family. Why don't you just disappear out of all our lives again and leave us alone, huh? After that, I blocked Opal on everything as she proceeded to blow up my phone with so many messages begging me for help and not to leave her alone. And after I blocked her, I never heard from her again. I heard that she even managed to track my boyfriend and I to what city we were living in, but she still couldn't find us. She begged family and friends and everyone she could think of for information on where our parents, as well as I, had moved to, but no one was interested in telling her. In fact, I think most people took that as a sign to block her as well. So if Opal really was drowning in debt and had no home to go to, then I really have no idea what she's up to at all. I hear some news come down through the grapevine now and then about someone who thinks they might have seen her. As for Felix, I heard he was arrested and is serving jail time for his fraud charges. He also had no one willing to stand up for him after what he did to me either. So I really have no idea who Opal could have turned to for help, but anyways, I say good riddance. You might be wondering about where it was that my mom and dad did end up moving to. Well, my boyfriend was actually a very wealthy real estate agent, so when we all decided to move away from our hometown to avoid Opal, just in case she were ever to return one day, like she eventually ended up doing, he was able to help my parents find a good deal on a new place to live. Funny enough, if Opal had managed to track my boyfriend and I down, then she certainly would have been able to find Mom and Dad because after they sold their house and moved out, they moved into the condo just a few floors beneath ours. We've really enjoyed getting to live so close to each other, but we all realize how dangerous it might be if Opal were to show up.